Hello everyone, and thank you for watching. Today I'm going to be speaking about the myths of pit bulls and what concerns certain people may have with them. Pit bulls have always been a breed of concern, but it seems more recently we hear about how bad of a breed they are and what they do wrong. I'm hoping by the end of my speech, your mind is either still feeling the same way about loving pit bulls, or you have changed your mind into loving the breed. And it's crazy to think that just a few decades ago, the way that we thought about pit bulls never existed. They were such a sweet, loving dog and recommended to everyone. It's also crazy to think about how pit bulls are not the only ones on the banded breed lists. You also have German Shepherds, St. Bernards, and many more. So myth number 1, pit bulls are inherently vicious. And that's just a statement that's incorrect. It's based off of a few bad people or bad owners. One cannot simply be born vicious. There's no such thing as a bad dog, but only a bad owner. Pit bulls that are aggressive towards other dogs must be aggressive towards other humans, which is myth number 2. According to petfinder.com, dog aggression and people aggression are two totally different things. Most dogs are trained to attack humans. And again, that has nothing to do with the bad owners. That only has to do with bad owners or bad people. Pit bulls are the most loving and caring breed. Meaning that if a bad owner trains the dog to attack other dogs, they will in fact attack other dogs. If the dog has been trained to attack humans, they will attack humans. And it's not their fault, but simply the owner's fault. Myth number 3. It is better to adopt a pit bull as a puppy instead of as an adult dog. While yes, puppies are cute and can be trained how you want from the very start, that doesn't determine the way that they act if you were to give them as an adult. Even as a mature dog, pit bulls can be retrainable and be the loving dog that the previous owner didn't allow them to be. Myth number 4. Pit bulls are only owned by drug dealers, gang members, or dog fighters. Well, it's sad that the breed has been included into who decided to own them and who decided to make them, do the work for them. Pit bulls can be owned by whoever wants to own them and take care of them. Dogs are a product of their own environment. I personally owned a dog which was a pit bull, and she was a full blood. She was the sweetest dog I've ever owned. She loved everyone and was very sweet with kids. Now, I don't want to bash other dogs. However, we have to take a look into the fact that pit bulls are not the only ones that do attack. My sister was a victim of an attack by a golden retriever, but you don't really hear about those attacks. You hear about the ones that seem more vicious or, quote unquote, were owned by a gang member or a drug dealer. But moving on, now that I've discussed a few myths, I want to discuss some things that we are currently doing to help put these myths to rest. Right now, there is a law called the BSL, that stands for Breed-Specific Legislation. It refers to laws that ban or restrict certain types of dogs based simply on their appearance, usually because they are perceived as dangerous. They created this law so that the way the breed itself and any other dog that may be lumped into looking like they are protected. Currently, 21 states have allowed this law to be passed, and we need the other states to get on board. Unfortunately, North Carolina is not one of those states at the moment. And after doing research and knowing about the myths are in fact myths and shedding some knowledge, we as a whole can now go forth and love the pit bull breed. I hope that after my speech you have some knowledge as to what pit bulls go through when we assume it's the breed and not the owner. Everyone also needs to make the efforts to know about the truths about certain breeds and pass the BSL law. That way, all dogs are not banned because they look alike. Taking the time to learn about pit bulls will also give you the knowledge that some pit bulls are in fact notable. Some are trained police dogs, rescue dogs, or even actors. As mentioned earlier, they're not the only ones on the banned breed lists. German Shepherds are the #1 recommended police dog, but are one of the dogs banned from living in an apartment with you. I want you to take the time to do your own research and come to love the breed. Thank you for watching.